Hi, hello, and welcome back to Nekopara Volume 1. Last time, the girls wanted to, mostly Chocolate, test their training that they had been doing to get ready for the bell exam. So, with that, we shall continue on. We're back, says Chocolate. We're back, says Vanilla. Oh, welcome home, you two, says Kashao. Any problems with delivery or payments, asks Kashao. Of course not, says Chocolate. It was a totally perfect delivery, she says. Mission complete, without incident. Perfect, says Vanilla. After all, Chocolate and Vanilla, she says, are splendid bell-holding cat girls, says Chocolate. Worrying is unnecessary with two bell-holding cat girls around, says Vanilla. Oh, look at that, the girls got their bells. The brand new bells around Chocolate and Vanilla's necks glittered brightly. Chocolate had a silver-colored bell, and Vanilla got a gold-colored one. With proof they had become independent cat girls, they both had blossoming smiles full of pride on their faces. Well, says Kashao, they were really close to failing, though. Even if it's just by a hair, a pass is a pass, says Chocolate. They say that the rate of passing on the first try is 5%, says Vanilla. Besides, Chocolate and I were the youngest cat girls in our group to pass. I think that calls for a bit more praise, she says. Alright, says Kashao. You two are La Soleil's star poster cat girls, he says. I answered, rubbing their heads as always. Actually, this was the first time we had ever received a delivery order from a customer. With my cell phone, I was able to check up on them to make sure everything was alright, every few minutes through the GPS and their bells. I really did want to follow behind them, but I restrained myself. It was their first errand, so naturally, as their owner, I was fraught with worry and couldn't sit still. We made sure to say hi to everyone along the way too, says Chocolate. We managed to advertise the store perfectly as walking poster cat girls, says Vanilla. If we raise the sales of the cafe, then I hope that we'll receive a reward, she says. Yay! Chocolate is fine with gaining the privilege to take baths with Master, says Chocolate. But Chocolate would also be happy if you bought clothes and stuff for her too. That's also good from time to time, says Chocolate. I also desire clothing, says Vanilla. At the very least, I will put up with Master's perverted interest, she says. I wasn't going to acknowledge you, but since when did I have such interest, asked Kashao. I was thinking it would be a good idea to throw it in as a joke as a proud bell holder, says Vanilla. I didn't think having bells was a qualification to become an entertainer. Perhaps this was some of the additional vocabulary they had learned when studying for the exam. It didn't seem like they were any different from before, though. Okay, I'll think up something special, says Kashao. Don't get your hopes up, though, okay, he asks. Yay, Chocolate loves Master, she says. Master is the best, says Vanilla. Taking a bath with me was completely out of the question, though. But saying that is a bit of a pain, so I won't be mentioning anything. Chocolate's so happy that you're pleased with us, says Chocolate. You two are La Soleil's poster cat girls, says Chocolate. That's what she said. Chocolate's about to die from happiness, she says. Ouch, ouch, stop, that hurts, says Kashao. Now, Master can't live without us, says Vanilla. Do you really think so, asked Chocolate. Bells are amazing, so amazing, she says. Don't say things to deliberately confuse Chocolate, says Kashao. Chocolate guesses that's true, she says. We only just got our bells after all. Chocolate just got super depressed, says Vanilla. I told you not to do that, you trickster, says Kashao. Master's worth went way up, so now it's just right, says Vanilla. Chocolate will be back to normal soon anyway, she says. Besides, Chocolate looks so cute when she's down, says Vanilla. Aren't you clever, says Kashao. Well, I suppose I agree with her, though. She looks beyond cute when she's all sulky like this. Looks like we're running low on supplies, says Kashao. I'm going to have to go out and buy a couple things on my break, he says. Shopping, asked Chocolate. Chocolate wants to go. A shopping date, she says. She's already back to normal, says Vanilla. Well, there isn't a lot of time, so we need to get going, says Kashao. Okay, Chocolate's going to get changed, she says. Today was just another normal day at La Soleil. The Tokiyaki seller isn't here today either, says Chocolate. We haven't seen her since the bakery opened, says Vanilla. Maybe it's their day off today, or maybe they're only open when there's a lot of people around, says Kashao. I was hoping that the young cat girl would drop by our bakery too, says Chocolate. I've even brought our bakery business card to give to her. How unfortunate, says Vanilla. Well, we'll see them again someday, says Kashao. You never know. We'll probably see them sometime in the future, he says. That's true, says Chocolate. It's definitely possible. After all, our battle has only just begun, says Vanilla. We crossed the park path that we had grown used to walking. There was a gentle breeze blowing from the coast. This breeze feels nice. Chocolate loves it, she says. This is a place where you can get used to living in, says Vanilla. A new tourist town isn't bad either, she says. The faint salty breeze blew into their squinted eyes. I turned around and saw a bench enter my line of vision. Well, there's still time, so why don't we take a break, asked Kashao. Yay, that sounds good, says Chocolate. Let's take a break, she says. In that case, I'll go buy some drinks, with courageous heroism. Please give me money, says Vanilla. Thank you very much, Miss Vanilla, says Kashao. I gave the graceful poster cat girl money. With light steps, Vanilla walked towards the vending machine. We sat here like this last time too, huh? Asked Chocolate. That's right, says Kashao. Just like this, huh? She was talking about the day after I moved. It seemed like it was quite a while ago now. I wonder how things would have turned out if I had ended up on my own, says Kashao. Chocolate wonders too, says Chocolate. But one thing is certain, there's no point in thinking about it, she says. Chocolate fondly looked at me. That's true, no reason to talk about ifs and buts, says Kashao. That's not it either, though, says Chocolate. It's not, asked Kashao. What do you mean, he asked. Not understanding what she meant, I asked again. She closed her eyes a bit, and I could faintly see a mischievous smile creep across her face. No matter what happens, Chocolate will always be there with Master, she says. So that's why there's no point in talking about things if you were by yourself, says Chocolate. Chocolate, says Kashao. Unexpectedly, my heart began to beat loudly. My face felt flushed. I couldn't bear looking at such a genuine smile any longer. I averted my gaze away. The color of her silver cat bell caught my eye. I always thought of her like a daughter, but she's growing up with each passing day. Once again, I realized something that's obvious. I took a deep breath, cooling my flushed face. Please always be by my side from here on out, says Kashao. I'm so happy when you're with me, he says. I answered her honestly. I rubbed Chocolate's head more gently than usual. Master? What's wrong, Chocolate? Asked Kashao. It's nothing. Yeah, says Chocolate. You say it's nothing, but, says Kashao. It's really nothing, says Chocolate. Nothing at all. Well, actually, there's a really sweet smell coming from you, Master, which kind of made Chocolate space out, she says. A sweet smell? Asked Kashao. I tried to smell what she was talking about. Of course, I didn't smell anything sweet. A sweet, like, tingly feeling. It's like everything has become light, says Chocolate. But it's not a bad thing, though. It feels kind of nice, actually, she says. It's a bit like the sensation we had from that catnip before. She let a long, feverish sigh. As she sighed, she gazed downwards, with her face flushed red. She glanced up at me, her eyes gleaming. Master, asked Chocolate. Chocolate will, work even harder, she says, so that Master will be even happier. Chocolate will work hard, she says. She squeezed her hands tightly in front of her chest, as she said that to me with a sorrowful voice and a forlorn look on her face. Things somehow felt a bit different than before. I knew that she was happy, but it seemed like she was holding something back at the same time. She wasn't like her usual feverish, energetic self. It was almost as if... Chocolate? Asked Vanilla. Wah, says Kashao. You surprised Chocolate. You really did. What are you trying to do, Vanilla? Sheesh, asked Chocolate. Oh, this is what you'd call a false accusation, or an unfounded suspicion, says Vanilla. You two surprised me too, says Kashao. It's your fault because you were using me to be able to get all close and lovey-dovey with Chocolate, says Vanilla. I wasn't doing anything other than rubbing Chocolate's head like always, says Kashao. Your scent is different, says Vanilla. A cat girl's nose can't be fooled. In any case, I think I'm going to sit between Master and Chocolate here. Move out of my way, says Vanilla. If you don't make some space, I'm going to have to use force. I'm going to sit down here either way, says Vanilla. Wait up, says Kashao. You're pretty heavy there. Vanilla-san, says Chocolate. Am not. Master is so rude, says Vanilla. That's not what I meant, says Kashao. That's not fair. Getting to sit on Master's lap like that? Chocolate wants to too. Here I go, she says. Give me one of Master's legs. That's fair, okay, says Chocolate. This is what humans call two blessings at once, right, says Vanilla. Before that, you two do know about the concept of public morals in society, right, he says. In any case, please get off my lap. Seriously, now, he says. But you're enjoying this, though. Denied, says Vanilla. Okay then, Chocolate also denies your request. Before I knew it, Chocolate was her old self again. Well, as long as she's happy, there's nothing to worry about, but, says Kashao. In the end, my break time ended up not feeling like a break at all, and was completely spent with the two of them. The racing heart won't slow down. Alright everybody, I'm going to call it here for this episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Nekopara Volume 1.